What is up, YouTube? Thrift School over here. We are gonna go to Goodwill, see what we can find to sell on eBay and Amazon. Like always, there is a tornado warning, tornado watch or whatever in Connecticut today, and I just brought everything inside. It's starting to rain a little bit, but it's not supposed to start till 1, and it's 12:24. So I figured we'd go to Goodwill first and just do some thrifting. I don't know. You can see I got all dressed up for you guys because that's what happens when you roll out of bed. So let's go. Also, I didn't just roll out of bed. I've been up since like 8 o'clock, maybe even a little bit earlier. I had to bring my girlfriend to work because she did not want to walk through the monsoon to get to her car after work. So I'm gonna have to pick her up, but oh, my camera's starting to fog up. Holy moly. Okay, let's just go. You could see where the storm clouds are starting down there. That's like over Goodwill. It's supposed to get like, it's not gonna be too bad, I don't think. I think they're talking it up, but I might be very wrong. You guys might see if I come out Goodwill and it's crazy out. We have to swing by FedEx first so I could drop off one eBay order. All right, what we have back here is a bunch of eBay orders. This is the one FedEx one. It is a ink toner. I'll pop it up on the screen so you guys can see. HP ink toner sold for like 30 bucks. It's going all the way to California, but it's costing me about $8 to ship, so not too bad. All right, guys, here we go inside the Goodwill. Just got here. I wonder what they're gonna have. Uh-oh, coppers are here. They're selling illegal stuff out of the back. I knew it. All right, so the first thing I see is a $500 bin of assorted Legos. Now, this is a huge bin. Let me know what you guys would have done. I didn't end up buying this. $500 seems extremely high. There are some good looking boxes in here, right? But I looked through them and most of them were half empty. Some of the boxes were ripped up. If they were complete, sure. If they were brand new inside there, sure. But these are just bins of random Lego pieces. And, you know, it looks like it'd be a lot, and it is a lot, but I don't think it's $500 worth. Maybe on half off day at $250. Let me know what you guys would do. Now, in this glass case, I'm not sure if you see it. No, I go around it, but there's a PlayStation 2 Slim for $20. Oh, there it is. Right there at the bottom, a PlayStation 2 Slim for $20. I had the lady grab it and put it behind the counter for me, and I forgot it. And this was a day or two ago, so I'm sure it's sold now. It happens. I've done that so many times, right? When you're checking out and you just forget to grab what they are holding for you. So I never ended up getting that. And that would have been a nice flip, like a really nice flip, honestly. Here's a cool little bin of toy cars. I think they won like 20-25 bucks for them. I didn't bother looking them up. Maybe there's some winners in there. I don't know. I'm going to try and find some better things. I did look up this Garmin GPS, and what'd they want on it? Like $15 or something, and it's only selling for about that on eBay. These Sony 400 or 300 disc CD changers can be worth really good money, but I've never found one that works fully. And they're actually, that's a lie. I did find one and I shipped it and it broke during shipping. So I vowed to never mess with them again. You can make good money on them, but they're just so big and heavy and have so many small parts inside that any shifting around in a box can completely break it in transport. Now, my car is still a little empty. We have a puzzle, a couple Bop-Its. Bop-Its are nice. Pretty bread and butter items I sell all the time. So we'll put those in the bottom, and I always test them. How you test them, you pull on that little pull it lever and it starts playing, and then you just test it that way. It's very easy. Here is a bike for 60 bucks. Now, this might be a good local sale. I didn't get it because I had a few things in my car and I wouldn't be able to fit it, but at 60 bucks, with everybody stuck at home, a lot of people aren't going to gyms. Workout equipment's gone up in value. You might be able to quick flip it for $100, $150. I'm not sure. I left it. Obviously I couldn't fit it in my car, and the thing is heavy. I did not want to store it. It's huge. But some people primarily just sell big items and make higher profits. It's a decent business model. Looking at all the DVDs here, I'm going to scan them into Amazon, and look how many there are. A lot of these are brand new. They all have these yellow stickers, which means they just came out. I check this Goodwill often, and all these Western movies I haven't seen before. And okay, first one's actually not too bad. They want $2 a piece. See that new price? Used price right here, I'd make $5.50 on it. That's really not bad, actually. So there's gotta be a few winners in here. I mean, they look cool. I'm gonna keep scanning them and hopefully we find another winner here live for you guys. Let's scan this guy up and okay, another good one. The rank is a little high again, but take a look at that price. Used 26 bucks. Okay, I'm gonna make $16 on that one. So what I did was scan through all of them and look at all the winners I got. We even have a couple sealed video games in here. Not bad, $2 a pop on everything. Actually, there were a few $1 ones too, so that does help it out a bit. Let's move to the next media section, which are VHS tapes. And I always love the way this wall looks. It's so cool and bright and fun and inviting. And I don't really look for actual tapes. I look for these type of things: blank media, video recorder tapes, cassette cleaners and things like that. All the weird obscure things that can be worth $20, $30, $40. Not really find anything super valuable here, but there is a large book section that I always pass up. Never find anything there as well. And I walk around to one of these middle aisles in between the media and the rest of the store where they keep all the big obscure things. $15 for this karaoke machine. Take a look at that. $201. It is used, but let's double check on Scoutify. So I pay for this service so I'm able to look at sales history and see alternative ways that things are selling, really. I'll show you exactly how it works. So this, like I said, is a paid software. The Amazon Seller app works. It's free and I use it mostly all the time, but I didn't know how well this actual item was selling. So I pull up Camel, which is a website to check the price history. I check out what third-party sellers were selling it used for, and you could see it does have a sales history. Not a very good one, though. If you go back to, this is 1 year, or no, this is 6 months, and it's only sold once for around $180. So what we're going to do is go to eBay and type it in. So now that it's typed in, we could see what it's actually selling for with the dates that it sold, and okay, it is selling. We have prices, 100 plus. Look at that shipping cost. $260. Okay, so this one sold for $360 for a complete set right here. Now, it might cost that much to ship, but I'd be sending it into Amazon, so my shipping cost would be much lower. You can see $109. At $15, I decide to take it. Now, have you guys ever, anybody watching this video, ever gone to a Goodwill to buy art, to sell, to flip locally, to flip on eBay? I haven't. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just figure, if I look at it, maybe I'll know what it is when I see it. Honestly, I have no clue. I'm always so intrigued with the art. I've always wanted to find like an awesome piece of art that sells for hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, right? But I really don't know what sells for hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. Maybe if I did more research on the topic, I would know. I can't imagine shipping it would be very cheap or very easy in that matter because, they're big, heavy glass. You don't want anything to happen to it. So I left the art. I was just getting kind of, bored looking at the same things over and over. So I always recommend just going outside of your comfort zone and looking at different items. Now here's another karaoke machine, a frozen karaoke machine. Missing everything, but hey, wait. Here's something cool I didn't notice. This is a Kodak carousel projector. Now, I gotta test this thing out. Here are some plugs over here. We got it all plugged in. Oh, look at that. Turns on. This thing was kind of loud and really bright, and I was just doing this in the middle of the store, and I didn't mind. People are watching me. I'm shining some lights around, but it works beautifully, and we're gonna take that. I'll show you guys, of course, everything at the end of this video, what I think I'm gonna sell it for. You guys will see all of that, of course. Here's a Dolphins hat. I'm a Dolphins fan in Connecticut. You never see this. It's brand new with tags. We're throwing that in the cart. My cart is looking pretty full. We do end up grabbing a bunch more items that you guys don't see and you guys won't see until we get to the house. So stay tuned. We're gonna head out of here. Looking through the hats, nothing really good. Let's head home. So it just started. I made it out to the car. I got soaking wet, and they don't have bags at my Goodwill, and most places weren't letting you bring bags from home into stores. So I didn't even think about bringing mine. So I just put an umbrella up and the umbrella almost got destroyed on me. It was a pain in the butt, but safe to say we probably won't be doing a haul. I don't know, if it clears up for a few minutes, I'll try to bring everything in the garage and hopefully we can do a haul, but it's starting to get a little bad out here. Woo, the sun is bright. Okay guys, it's now like a day later. The storm actually got really bad and I wasn't able to bring anything in. Take a look. We got some branches and stuff all over our yard. Nothing too bad in our yard. Luckily, no tree came down on the house. But take a look at the neighbor's yard. This tree right here, a bunch of huge branches fell out all over the yard, like massive ones just snapped. We got very lucky, so I'm cool with that. Our road was blocked with a tree, but somebody chopped it up with a chainsaw, so we're good. Most of the state is out of power. Knock on wood, we're lucky. Our house never lost power. We did lose internet for a day and I still don't have phone service. I'm stuck in roaming, but that's okay. So let's see what we got. All right, I picked up that karaoke machine. I paid 15 bucks for it. It looks like it's going for over 100, between 100 and 200. It really depends. I think it's a little inflated on Amazon, but who knows? We'll see what I actually get for it. This would be hard to ship. This thing is massive, but I don't know. I mean, it's heavy. It's really no bigger than a Rock Band set, which I ship all the time, and it's nice that it comes in its original box, but I'd have to find another box to ship it. I think I'd just send it into Amazon FBA, but I gotta fully test it, so I might do some karaoke today. This projector, which fell down, that's not good. This is tested. It works perfectly, so that's cool. Unique thing that I showed you guys that it was working inside. A unique thing that I've never messed with before, so I'm excited to try that. We have a silly cute puppy over here. Hi. She always gets ready for the pets. Hi. What? Yeah, I know. You're so freaking cute. Alright, so I came inside to show you the rest. Also, I just woke up if I look really tired. I feel really tired. It's like 8:05, I think it says. I can't tell. I think it's like 8:05. So I'm very sleepy, but got a lot of fun stuff to show you guys. Alright, I threw it all into this TJ Maxx bag. I got a whole bunch of DVDs. I noticed there were a bunch of new ones, as you guys saw. A bunch of these, well, new to me. So not all of these are sealed. A lot of them are sealed, but not all of them. I never saw all of these in Goodwill, and I go into that Goodwill semi-often, so I know when things are new. So I decided to scan them all, and there ended up being a lot of winners. Some of them for eBay, some of them for Amazon. Little mix of both. It's a pretty decent mix, so I'm happy about that. Let's pull them all out. We got a lot of them, as you guys can see, like a heck of a lot. And then I grabbed these flashcards right here. These were in the book section. Flash Arabic 1001 flashcards, $2. Super heavy. The rank was over 1 million, but it's in book category, which isn't bad. I sell books ranked 1 to 2 million all the time, and Sophie's enjoying what it smells like. Oh, did you just lick it? What are you doing? Why are you so weird? We picked up this Bop It Extreme for $1. These guys sell, for me, around $60 to $70. We have a regular Bop It, which these ones sell closer to, she touched it. These ones sell closer to $30-ish. Oh, we have some more DVDs. All right, we got a nice lot of those. And then we grabbed this Dora the Explorer Dominoes, $2. This is surprising. This is going for like, I think $25. I'll double check for you guys right here. I'll just pull up my phone and scan it into Amazon. Okay, let's flip it over. Pull up the barcode scanner, beep away. Yeah, 25 bucks. Has kind of a high rank. 696,000 in toys, but selling for 25 bucks. I'll take it. It'll take a while to sell, but that's fine. I don't mind sending stuff in. It's August right now, so September, October, November, it's only 3 months away until you really want to be jam-packed with toys in Amazon right before the Christmas rush. And with everything going down, with people still on lockdown, people saying there's going to be a second wave of things, maybe a lot of people aren't going to go out and do Black Friday shopping. Maybe a lot of people aren't going to go into packed Walmarts and Targets. They're going to do a lot of their shopping online. So you really, really want to get fully stocked in on toys. Oh, another DVD. All right. I found this Miami Dolphins hat second to last thing I found, I think. And it was only $3, so I got it for myself. I'm a huge Dolphins fan. And I filled it with Lego. We got a bunch of Lego. So, $6 for this little Mixels. Now, I don't remember the prices, so what I'm going to do is scan them all in again for you guys, so you can see exactly what I'm going to get for them. So $6 for him, selling for $24. I'll make 11 bucks after fees. This one right here, it's another Mixels. I paid $12 for him, which that's kind of expensive. It was the only $12 one, but you can see what it's going for. Kind of a high rank, but I'm selling for 60 bucks. Make 47 minus my 12, so 35 bucks. Right? Is that right? I think that's right. And then we got a little Christmas tree set and $4 on this guy. Scan it in. This one has a much better rank. Selling for 19 bucks. Make 13 minus my 4. I'll make $9. And the last one here is this Lego Star Wars. And I think I've sold this in the past. $4 on this one. Scan it in. And this one, not a great rank, but it's selling for 15 bucks. I'll make $6 after fees on this one. So that turned out to be really, really good. So this trip is definitely over a $100 trip. It's pretty easy to do $100 trips, guys. Just get out there. Now, it doesn't happen every single time. There are a lot of times where I go to a thrift store and I leave with either one thing or nothing. And I don't show those every single time because they're boring and I don't want to bore you guys with a 10, 15 minute long video of me going thrifting and walking out with one thing. So I only show you the really good ones, but I do go to thrift stores maybe 2 to 3 times a week nowadays. And I can't remember the last time I've walked out with nothing. It's been a couple months anyways. So you just gotta look in all different aspects of the store, right? I checked the media section, I checked the toys, I checked the glass case, the clothing, which I never do, but I found that Dolphins hat, if I wanted to sell it, I could. At $3, I could probably sell it for 15, 20 bucks, but I'm keeping it. There's just all these different sections. I went into the back corner, I got that projector and that karaoke machine. I've never messed with that stuff. I had no idea if it'd be worth anything, and it is. And I guarantee there's other things I didn't mess with, like glassware and pottery and china and jewelry. And there's just things that I don't know enough about, so I didn't mess with. But every time you go into a thrift store, if your niche or your niche is toys and you only look at toys or only video games or only clothes, take a moment just to take a lap around the store. Look at things, look things up. If you have some spare time, sit there. And I used to do this all the time when I first started. I'd go into like a section I know nothing about, and I would literally look up every single item. So when I first started, mugs was big. Everybody said, get into mugs, they're cheap, they sell for good money. Mugs are horrible because they're a pain in the butt to ship. You don't want them to break, they're fragile. I don't like selling mugs unless they're worth, you know, 25 and up. I would go into the mug section and I'd type in every single mug I saw on eBay. And I actually sold a few that way. And that's, you know, what you have to do starting. So whether it be with scanning every single DVD into eBay, if you're restricted on Amazon, same thing with CDs. If you're restricted in Lego, right? Look on eBay. I'm selling these on Amazon because I'm ungated, but you can sell this stuff in multiple different places, Mercari, locally, however you want to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions at all. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is Thrift School, signing out. See ya.